I am continuing now with my stream of Record of Lodoss War for the SNES. I can get controller focus onto my window. Previously, we were playing as Fawn, the Holy Knight of Valis, who has uncovered a plot by the Chancellor of Valis to kill the king and take over. In the process, stealing the holy weapon relics of Valis and smuggling them out with the aid of the Thieves Guild or something. Anyway, shenanigans happened, we have reclaimed all the holy weapons, and we are going to go back with proof of the Chancellor's treachery to confront him. I'm sure that'll go well for us. This is the third, basically, prologue chapter of the game. My understanding is after this, which should be over pretty quickly here, we will move on to the actual game proper, which will likely follow more traditional RPG progressions in terms of levels and equipment. Instead of playing as people who have basically already participated in saving the world and are already massively high-leveled. Okay, that's not good. Why are you just standing around the throne room talking to yourself? Yeah, that's what happens when you just randomly talk about your plans to an empty room. Someone walks in on you at the wrong time, and suddenly you're busted. Why choose the lesser of two evils? He now has a turtle face? Okay. Who could have possibly imagined? Alright. That's the final boss of the chapter? You couldn't come up with something unique? Okay, so... Thief guy is fine in the back there. I don't remember, does he have skills that are relevant? What happens if he hastes himself? He gets a lot of actions, and misses a bunch. Does Warcry do anything? Nothing obvious? Okay, who needs healing the most now? Probably Theseus. Okay, not a real boss fight. Got it. Yay, we got a Skull Crusher. What do we do with that? Are we even going to get a chance to equip it? Was that it? As expected. Are we just giving up on the king surviving now that we fought off the demon that was cursing him? Which is totally different from uniting it by force. So basically the structure of the prologue chapters thus far has been just introducing the factions that are at play in Lodoss right now. We see Carla the Witch, who is trying to maintain balance between everyone, while Marmo, the Island of Darkness, is being united under Beld, and the Kingdom of Valis similarly seems to be aspiring towards uniting people under a Kingdom of Light. I'm sure we can imagine where that ends up going. And we'll definitely use the help of the Thieves Guild in building our new Kingdom of Light and Righteousness. Okay, that was a pretty anticlimactic boss fight. I'm guessing that demon has a lot more HP than just a regular Greater Demon and would have been a challenge, except they forgot to mark it as a boss that was invulnerable to being checkmated. I don't know. While you're preparing, just go! Okay, our time skip here is 30 years, during which all this setup is happening. So we just decided that today is going to be the day. So we get a new knight and a new priest guy who are basically clones of the ones from the prologue. So just don't kill her? Okay, I see. She's killing herself and taking possession of the nearest person. Why did we have to have boss fights during the actual prologue, then, instead of just doing this? I don't know why you're abandoning Swan's body. She was really powerful at the end of that chapter. And we finally introduce our actual protagonist, Parn. Not to be confused with Pern. Oh, and his father was Theseus from the prologue. Neat. Fled from what enemy? Oh, I see. He just fled from some random person on the battlefield and got exiled for cowardice. Whatever. Papa Parn! Papa Parn! As with all RPGs, we begin with the protagonist oversleeping. And I need to fix my message speed again. Those ellipses at paragraph breaks in the text field are rather distracting. I am accustomed to ellipses from Squaresoft translations indicating pregnant pauses, so having them right in the middle of completely random dialogue is rather disturbing. Makes it seem like the NPCs are up to something. Okay, I am going to assume that Parn, as a level 1 knight, has not much of anything. He's got a dagger and some clothes. Do we have any items? Nope. So this is where we do proper RPG progression. We start out with basically nothing and have to grind our levels the hard way. So we can't go into any of the buildings at this time. Can I sleep in my own bed and save? I guess if you were trying to save here, you'd be out of luck. Are they as overpowered as the first battles from Carlos chapter? Okay, I think I want to move forward once. What skill does Parn have? Warcry? What does that even do? Okay, that's one of them. Two more now, right? Is that you talking or the narrator talking? Okay, so... what do you start with? Okay, you have Turn Undead. And a little bit of healing. No one actually needs it. Guess you just stay out of the way. Let Parn tank all the damage, that's what he's good for. One MP for a heal is really nice, though. Is she gonna join our party too? In what way is going out on a request for the village elder reckless? I guess Parn doesn't really have a formal role as a member of the village guard or anything. He's just someone who lives in the town who happens to be really obsessed with training with swords, or daggers, as the case may be. So, because we defended ourselves, we're now worried that we might have to defend ourselves more? Maybe if we let the goblins kill one villager, they'll be satisfied and not want to come kill any other villagers. That logic always works out well. Are we gonna start out getting exiled from our beloved peasant village, or maybe having it burned to the ground, or both? So far, it has not really been clarified whether goblins are another group of humanoids like elves and dwarves who happen to live nearby, or if they're a type of demon or connected to demons or what. Thus far, we haven't seen any... Ooh, stuff! And a rat. Okay. Yar. A scary rat. Kill it. Whee! Is Parn able to wear that plate mail? He is. How unusual, actually having plate mail at level 2 instead of having to grind 1,500 gold to wear it. Alright, my first goal, I think, is to actually get my health back from that rat fight, and then actually save the game. Yay, a sorcerer! Is he gonna join our party? If I can sleep in my own house, I didn't find it. Alright, that's my house. What else do we have in town here? Nothing? The big house is probably the Elder's house. I am pretty sure that's not how it works. Will you join my party so I can put you in an appropriate position in the combat menu and equip you with stuff? Rats are scarier than goblins. Why are you so worried about goblins when there are terrifying rats living in your cellars? Okay, I guess I'll go do that. And you think that just because we fought back against them once, they're finally going to turn around and attack us? Alright, what do we have here that we can actually use? There is a sword upgrade. Can't use a sling. Okay, I'm going to assume I don't really need healing potions too badly because Ito is probably going to end up joining my party pretty shortly. I'm not going to worry about that. I'll buy that short sword, then a handful of Stones of Sight just in case I end up in a dungeon anytime soon. There you go, Parn. Have an actual sword. Can't be much of a knight aspirant with a dagger. I'm assuming the armor's your father's, so where's your father's sword? What alternative would you suggest? Negotiate? So what are we doing now? Oh, there she is, in bed. And she doesn't have anything to say. Okay, I've talked to everyone. Do we get a plot hook of any kind? Can't leave town. Hey, Cleric, how come you aren't over there trying to heal the injured person? It was in here, right? And that is an empty house. Someone waiting for me? We haven't done anything except shop a little bit. That owl hooting sound sounds way too similar to my headphones beeping about low battery for my liking. Shouldn't someone be, like, on watch rousing the village when that happens? Why are you people blaming me for the problem when you're the irresponsible ones who aren't setting a watch on the village at night when you're literally expecting an imminent goblin attack? I don't know, I could just let them burn the village down and hope they'll be nice the next time. That's our logic, right? I am a sorcerer. There are some who call me Slain. So, Parn has one childhood friend who went off to become a brilliant priest and healer, another one who went off to become an amazingly precocious sorcerer, while Parn himself stays in the village with a dagger. Aren't there, like, uber night schools he could be going off to or something? Zap it, I guess. Fight them? Keep them out of the village and prevent them from killing people and burning things? Do I actually have a way to rest in my own house? I do, I don't see it. Yay! Official party members. Alright, what does Ito come with? That's Parn. You should be in the back of the party. Okay, that's why this is empty. This is Slane's house. Aren't you coming with us? Aren't you planning some kind of distraction or something? Before I save... Can I upgrade any of Ito's stuff with the resources I currently have? Oh, I could buy a shield for Parn. Antidotes would probably be an excellent idea as well. Alright. Oh, right. I wasn't even going to rest anyway. Okay, so if our goal is to go after the goblins, we were told that they are somewhere to the east. Yay, new world map music. We still have no evident information on the map, though. Unfortunate. You just do nothing. Don't really want to waste your MP on blasting this thing. Okay, I see the dungeon there. Alright, Ito just learned Mana Share. Do I have any way of viewing... There it is. Yeah. I don't think there's any particular relevance of it, but... Okay, so... we are obliged to go deal with the goblins before anything else. That's... a lot of bad guys. Guess they're not really doing meaningful damage to Parn, but... you might want to heal yourself a bit, though, just in case. have any way of blasting them, do you? That was a lot of enemies, but also a lot of experience, so probably worthwhile. Let's see what's in this dungeon. Okay, how scary are wolves in this chapter? That was a little painful. Okay, not too bad. Well, good thing I got those sight stones. What do we have here? Looks like just a couple of dead ends, one big room. Those might have treasures in this chapter, though. So, one big room to the left, and then some twisties to the right. Nothing too complicated. I'm glad I got those antidotes. First time I have seen poison ants. You would need some healing, I think. Alright, no poison, and they drop antidotes conveniently enough. How is your HP now? Okay. So, anything in here? Nothing! Okay, after that combat, first of all, Parn learned Stronger, which I believe is a attack buff. He also got a dagger +1, which is actually a bit better for Parn than that short sword, so... Alright. I believe we go down here, and we go to a couple of dead ends that... If I remember correctly, treasure chests are not shown on the Sightstone map. Excellent, there is indeed treasure here. Multiple treasures. Wow. They're being very generous with the equipment here. I assume ringmail is not an upgrade now. Okay, does cloth +1 help you? Or ringmail, even? You can take that dagger +1. Alright, that was lucrative. Okay, Ito learned Holy Force after that combat. That is a attack spell for clerics. We've seen that before. Even the cleric can one-shot some of the enemies in here with those weapon upgrades. And Parn is already doing over 100 damage with his upgrades. The difficulty curve of the actual game here seems a lot better than that in the prologue chapters, especially Carla's. Have not yet seen an evil shaman in this chapter. And we're not gonna. It's gone. That hard leather is an upgrade for Ito, though, I believe. Oh wait, no, he's wearing ringmail. Okay, never mind. If anything, they're being almost absurdly generous with equipment here. We'll have to see how that goes during the rest of the game. I almost wonder if the developers built this part, the actual game, first, and then added the prologue chapters as an afterthought. Because the level of polish just seems a lot better on this part of the game so far. So, what's going on? Just one goblin. Okay. That was kind of anticlimactic if that was the goblin leader. I assumed that was meant to be the leader. There's nothing else in here. So I guess we head back to the village now. Not that way. Weird perspective shift they do depending on the direction you enter a room from is a little bit silly and unnecessary, but really, one step away from the entrance. Okay, we get cutscene on the way back on a pre-rendered background. What do you mean? Oh, because you're concluding that the one we killed was not actually the leader? We're gonna find out they were out burning the village while we were out hunting them, aren't we? Okay, thank you, mysterious tree person. Want to join our party and help us fight the goblins? No, you're a tree. Trees can't walk. Okay, not a tree, elf. With a portrait. Must be a party member. Thanks, game. Alright, let's see what's going on in the village. Do we still have a save point here? Or is it all burned to the ground already? Surely a precocious sorcerer student can fight off a handful of goblins, right? He doesn't need our help. Well, we'll help regardless. Okay, so we have an actual boss fight with our wizard in the front row. Alright. Start nuking it, I guess. And it is indeed the leader. Good to know. I have Dispel. That really doesn't help me. Go ahead and buff Parn, I guess, since you can. Parn might actually need some healing. This thing is actually doing vaguely meaningful damage to us. How does your spider web work? It doesn't. My assumption would be that it just prevents the enemy from moving. But I don't think I've ever seen spiderweb work to actually verify that assumption. If Stronger buffed Parn's attack, it didn't do so very much. It's doing maybe an extra 10 or so damage. Does he need healing? Yeah, probably. Didn't mean to pass your turn. So is this all we're gonna do for boss fights? Just stand here and whack each other for a little while? Does multi-ward do is that defense up? Yep. That'll probably actually help some. Reduce the damage Parn is taking up there. What are you doing? Okay, I guess it does retreat when it's getting low on HP. Good to know that Slain is gaining XP for these battles, even though he's not strictly in our party yet. So goblins come from Marmo. Does that mean that they are united with the humans of Marmo under Beld now? I hope we eventually learn to cast that spell. I wonder if it was called Medio in the original translation, same as Final Fantasy IV, or if that's just the translators being clever. Is your father Ash from the prologue? Yes. Why? What was special about Ash? He was mostly deadweight in that chapter, I think. Is Wagnard the son of that priest guy from chapter 2 as well? sorcerer in clown robes. Surely he's gonna end up being the real bad guy, right? Yes, we already got this exposition. And what does all of this have to do with random goblins? Is the idea that the goblins are being driven north by Beld's army or something? Okay, so the goblins are indeed part of Marmo's army now. What, you think they need random villagers to come warn them? Don't they have their own messengers and spies and things to let them know about important things like a neighboring kingdom being destroyed by magical fire from the heavens? What do you think you are, a protagonist or something? Slane still isn't formally in our party. I have minor heal. Should have gone to grind more levels for him. They play the jingle like that's something brilliant. Let's go ask more priests for help. Now Slane does in fact join our party, looks like. And we need to go to Tarba east of here to recruit more healers, is our new goal. Alright, Wizard goes into the back of the party, as it should be. We don't have any weapon upgrades that are relevant to you, do we? I'm going to guess that even in the weapon shop here, I've probably already gotten better equipment than everything they offer. Could buy a flail for Ito. Yeah, let's do that. That is quite a bit better. That's almost as good as a broadsword. +1. Alright, and since I'm actually playing proper RPG mechanics now, I should probably sell my old equipment for the money I can get back from it. And we shouldn't need healing, right? Excellent. Alright, guessing the town we're supposed to go to is that one we couldn't get into previously. Or there could be an earthquake on the way. That's fine, too. Yay, we made it without any encounters. Okay, everything seems pretty okay. Anything new in the shop? It's a dwarf town. Hence why they have a bunch of axes in the shop. Could get medium shields for everyone. Might as well. Still not entirely sure what the difference between DF and DG on the stats there is. I assume it's something like the difference between defense and evasion in most games, but... So if this is a dwarf town, does that mean we'll be getting a dwarf party member here too? Yeah, we heard about that. Are you telling me that like it's news? No, I will decline to sleep with the goddess of healing right now. Maybe later. Can't imagine what could possibly have happened to her. Okay, is the big building in the center of the temple? Yes, it is. So what is this guild house type place down here that looks important? Do these buildings actually have a function now that we're in the game proper? No, there's just a dwarf in here. Okay, there's a mine. Okay. I'm betting that'll be our next dungeon crawl then. But for the moment, I think you people are probably better off dealing with moving boulders than I am. We have our own problems that require healers. Although I guess that because your healers are occupied here, we'll have to solve your problem before they're willing to come back and solve our problem. Must be why they're called the White Dragon Mountains. Rammed. If you say so. See, that pregnant pause, she helps to appease Brand. Yeah, totally changes the meaning of that sentence. I suppose we could do that, but what about the injured people back in our home village? Surely we don't need to bring back one of the 6 ancient heroes, high-level whatever, just to heal a few people from a goblin raid. Can't we just bring that guy back? Be on with our lives? Okay, I missed the exposition. Are we supposed to go into the dwarf mine, or are we supposed to go into the next cave over on the... I don't know. Let's see what happens if we try to go into the dwarf mines. I assume if we're not supposed to go there yet, it'll tell us we can't, because usually this game does that. Okay, it's a dungeon with happy music. That's a good sign. Full of giant ants. Okay. Are they any scarier than poison ants? Apparently not. So... what? So does that mean... what? I have no idea what he's talking about with the boulder sapping his strength there. Alright, show me your secrets dungeon. Okay, room on the top left there is... nothing. There might be a chest in there or something. Nothing down there. Anything in here? Absolutely nothing. Outside of a couple of rooms in the first chapter, I have yet to actually see treasures in one of those side rooms in a dungeon. Okay, so the actually important boulder is unbreakable at the moment. Okay, I just learned Magic Ward for Parn and Bless for Ito. So I can only conclude... could I break this boulder up here? I can only conclude that what Parn means about boulders sapping his strength means that he can only break a limited number at a time and needs to go back and rest after doing that. So I can only assume that if I go back and stay in the inn, Parn will recover his strength and can come through the cavern again and break the remaining boulders. And what they mean about finding a shortcut just refers to the fact that if you choose an optimal path breaking the minimum number of boulders possible... Okay, but the boulders come back. Alright, so I believe the most efficient route is to come this way. Slane just learned Magic Blast as well as Magic Ward. For what that's worth. Ooh, actual treasure in a room. Some magic crystal that I doubt I'll need anytime soon. A lot of the creatures in here seem to be dropping stones of sight. They must be trying to help you plan the most efficient route through the boulders. Again, another example of the main plot of the game having a really forgiving difficulty curve that the prologue didn't really seem to. Working on it. So is that the only purpose of this dungeon? Well, kinda nice to have a side area, I suppose. Can we use a battle axe? Yes, we can! I don't know if a slight upgrade to Parn's weapon is worth an entire side dungeon like this, but it is what it is. So I guess... to actually advance the plot, I need to actually go onto the map and find where that mountain range where the dragon is we were told about is. I'm assuming the double entendre there was not there in the original translation. Or the original text. So, were we told that the White Dragon Mountains are over here to the east somewhere? Okay, that's new. I guess stay where you are and see what they do. Kill the Snow Wolf if you can. It has the speed that it might actually be able to get to the casters and do some substantial damage. Wow, they are actually hurting Parn a little bit. Okay, got it. Clear mind is good to have. So I'm guessing that area up to the north where I found those Yeti is where I'm supposed to be going. Just to be sure, I'll wander around down here a bit. That was a battle with hobgoblins that were doing some pretty serious damage to Parn. I'm probably not supposed to go south yet. So, let's see what we can find on that conspicuous plateau to the north there, besides Yeti. Slain just learned the Drain spell, which rhymes nicely, but as best I remember, I think that's a defense debuff. Okay, there is indeed a cave we're allowed to go into, so I assume this is our actual goal. And it's ice caves. Nice change. It's a dwarf with a portrait. Oh look, it's a ghost. That was so nonchalant. Probably not the best use of my MP to try to turn it. Slain can blast it a little bit though, that's fine. I do need to heal Parn though, he's still pretty damaged from some of the Yeti outside. What can Geem do? Riot Slash is excellent. Good thing I healed him when I did. From what I've seen thus far in the game, magic seems really underpowered a lot of the time. Wow, that was really close. Even Slane's most powerful attack spells right now are nowhere close to what Parn and the melee fighters are able to do. Magic Blast isn't too bad, I guess. It's at least roughly comparable to a melee attack. Oh good, Parn's confused. Let's fix that. Which unfortunately means he can't heal for a little bit. Which could end very badly. How about you move away and let him focus on Geem for a little bit? Maybe make yourself stronger while you're waiting for a heal. We get flanking damage? No. Ow. This is actually somewhat credible as a boss fight. Unfortunately, Geem is pretty underpowered compared to Parn right now, so he's not contributing very much. Yay, we got it. Holy Weapon and Detoxify, both useful. Elect Bolt I don't think I saw earlier, so that'll be interesting to try out. I'm pretty sure you did. That was a challenge even for all of us. You are pretty full of yourself in a disconnected from reality kind of way, aren't you? Okay, what can we do with Geem's equipment to make him viable? I don't know why he's so much less powerful than Parn. Let's see. Parn is at 163? Most likely that battle axe we got from the mines is meant for Geem. So let's give Parn his sword back. Yeah, that should help Geem out quite a bit. Do we have any armor upgrades for you? No? Shield upgrades? Anything? Your defense is pretty low too, but we'll survive. I do think I want you central though, so you can hit as many things as possible with your Riot Slash. I'd also like to run back to the town and save, so I don't have to go through that fight sequence again. Yeah, Geem actually is doing even more damage than Parn now that he has a proper weapon equipped. Anything we can do for his equipment that we haven't already? Not really. Let me grab some healing potions too, just in case I need some supplemental healing in battle. It would have been vaguely useful in the ghost fight there. Alright, now we do this dungeon for proper. So, what are we looking at here? A lengthy, annoying maze, looks like. Okay, if I go left, that'll take me directly to what's probably a stairs or a ladder there. If I go straight ahead, then around, that'll take me to another ladder. Oh, there's one down there too, even. Alright. Gonna be in here for a while, I guess. So, staircases. Where does this take us? Weissfrau. Weissfrau? I don't know. I don't remember what the word Weiss means to actually speculate on what they're getting at. White woman or icy woman or something, I guess. least they're practically dressed for the cold. Yay, another strength buff for Parn. Is there anything in here? There is not. So that's one red herring staircase explored. And Slain just learned to teleport, which I think will actually get us out of a dungeon if we need to. Teleportation. Okay then. So, which way do we go next? Yay! Ito finally learned Medium Heal, an upgrade to his healing capacity. We just received something called an anti-fire from that battle. Is that... it's a shield. Guess we'll put it on Geem. He needs a little more defense of some kind. So let's try going this way. Where does this take us? One problem with having Geem in the lead like that is that he's pretty slow. We just learned Remedy for Ito. And we just learned Quick for Slain, whatever that does. And this way appears to be a dead end. I'm gonna rearrange it a little bit. I would actually like to have Ito up front because his flail is actually reasonably useful in melee. So if I go around this way, does that take me to the stairs on this side? Slain just learned Vision. Is that what it sounds like? Yes, we no longer need to buy Stones of Sight. And yes, indeed, we come around this way, and that takes us to that ladder in the corner. What's the MP cost of that? 10? So I no longer need to be quite so stingy about using Sight, now that I'm only limited by Slain's MP. Really got to get some more armor on you there, Geem. We're at 82. Even Ito is taking less damage than you are. Okay, I can give you a scale mail, and that's supposedly the same as what you have. Oh, you can use a scale mail too. I could have done that before. Alright. Anything in this room? Of course not. So, how about we warp back to the entrance here? Because we can. Where does that put his MP? Not bad, I think that was 5 cost. Okay, so, starting again from the entrance, where can we go? Very glad to see Slain getting some of the utility spells that we didn't really get a chance to use in the tutorials. So if I go right, then left, then second right, I will get to a stair. There may be some chests buried in the mazes there, I don't know. I'm not all that motivated to go out of my way in case there are chests at some of the dead ends there, but I don't know. The last time I went out of my way to get a chest, it had like 5 items that dramatically increased my survivability. Just got another of those anti-fire shields here. Actually, I have 2 of those, don't I? The ice wolves in here, for some reason, do seem to be using fire attacks on me. Alright. From here, I actually have some choice, so I would like to do some mapping. Not seen this floor on the map yet. Okay, this looks like the actual goal. There's a door into this huge room on the far side there. And I guess I could have figured out this was the correct ladder if I'd used a gem the first time I came up a ladder to this floor. Is the light mace I just got a upgrade for Ito by any chance? No, flail is way better. There are a lot of weapon upgrades in this game that aren't actually any good. Oh, and I'm guessing this is probably a boss fight that I want to heal up before a little bit. I'll just use some healing potions. Don't need all that much. Yeah, that's fine. Just a little bit more for Geem. Dragon? That's definitely dragon music. And that's a dragon. So wait, if the dragon is promising to just stay in here and only attack people who come in here, why are we worried? Oh, that was all it took? I'm going to imagine that in D&D terms, the dragon was actually subject to something like a Geas spell that was compelling it to do something, and Nis, by being a powerful cleric, was able to purge that Geas from it. I still don't understand why this was a problem to begin with, though. So we could have saved a lot of time if we just waited for her to come back on her own anyway. I'm sure she's fine. We came here looking for the most powerful cleric in the whole world to help our little village's goblin problems. You're just saying that because he's dark. Then why does our wizard have that spell and you don't? I guess that's a little bit of tutorial to let you know what that spell does if you haven't discovered it on your own yet. I'm not sure why coming back to Zaxxon is relevant to you looking for Lelia, but whatever. Whatever pretext we need to keep the party together. I'm assuming Nis doesn't actually join our party, no. Did we get a heal after that? Looks like we did. No, actually we didn't. And Ito's still down a little bit. Eto? Eto? With Japanese pronunciation, Eto is probably what they're going for. Alright, we'll spend one last night with the goddess Martha and then move on. So, has our village been destroyed in the meantime? For some reason, the pack of wolves I just killed was carrying around some plate mail, which is probably an upgrade for Geem by a little bit. Alright, what's going on back at home here? Okay, nothing's burning yet. Well, I've had my adventure, so I guess I'll settle down for a quiet life as a town's... or we could do that, I guess. Now... I'm assuming no new items in the shop. Oh, the villagers actually have vaguely new things to say. And they're happy because of us. Yay! We get a bit of gratitude. And Liara is healthy again. Probably thanks to Nice. Anything in Parn's house? Doesn't appear so. Yeah, that seems kind of irrelevant to the problem of the invading army coming from the south. Why didn't you give that to us 2 dungeons ago? Or we can do that. Is this the boss fight we didn't get from the last dungeon? Okay, how does Elect Bolt work? It's a line attack, got it. Make Parn faster. Know how useful that'll be. Okay, that wasn't too terrible. So, we have learned that Slain has enemies. Lovely. I'm sure that's completely unrelated to the dissension in Alania that he just happened to be telling us about a few minutes ago. So, hopefully we now have the survivability to be able to go south and fight hobgoblins and stuff. Or we could have a pre-rendered background cutscene. Oh yeah, we forgot the dwarf. Given that she's the highest level cleric in the whole world, I think she can look after herself. Oh yeah, there's an elf somewhere too. Yep, dwarfs are definitely bad news. Wonder if the elf is working for those assassins. Good thing they scale the difficulty of the encounters based on our levels. Okay, if you say so. Numb Cloud will put them to sleep, maybe. Move forward and hit it, please. Can we checkmate it? How about you wait and see if Gimli can checkmate it while it's asleep? There we go. Whee! Okay, she's getting a cinematic intro. I guess she's a party member. And we get to explain human morality to the alien outsider. And, of course, we have to have the elf and the dwarf arguing with each other. Because that's how we do fantasy settings. Alright, so... what can Deedlit do? Not much on the map. She's dreadfully underleveled. She has pretty basic equipment. Few spells. Can I upgrade any of her equipment at this point? Okay, that light mace we got earlier is a slight upgrade. We have a ring mail she can have. Yeah, that defense, I think, is something we should put on someone. Probably Geeb if he... yeah, he doesn't have an accessory yet. Also, we got that, life charm from that last random encounter that I think I also would like. I was gonna give it to Geen because he's on point, but Ito's HP is actually quite low for having him in the front lines, so let's give that to him. For 1 HP, yay. Alright, we are heading south towards Alania. Or Alan, capital of Alania. And Deedlit looks suspiciously like a Vorlon in that cloak from behind. She actually does pretty respectable damage, though. Even as a melee fighter. Okay, is that it? That hard leather might be an upgrade for... no, probably not. I gave her ring mail. Yeah, she's fine. Alright. Is this... Alan? So what happens if I use these summons? I believe they are basically transformation magic. Well, that didn't last very long. That was the wrong one, game. Can I get a turn while being transformed? Or we could just win the battle, that's fine. Well, there's only one more slot in the party formation. Which probably means there's one more party member out there somewhere. I bet it's a thief. Excellent, this is actually the place we're looking for. What is the point of this building? Gets me into the shops area. It's down the stairs here. I don't want to be in a dungeon right now. Goodbye. So, I bet for some reason we're eventually going to have to go into the sewers of Alania. Or Alan. Huh, that's actually a weapon upgrade for Parn, surprising. And Geem, for that matter. I am surprised that none of my current party members can actually use the bows. Alright, so... new sword for Parn. New axe for Geem. New armor for Ato. New shield for Deedlit. Oh, right, the great sword is two-handed, so Parn's going to have to take off that shield to use it. Which I guess is fine. You still don't have any meaningful upgrades, do you? Guess we'll put you on a two-handed weapon, too. You now have plenty of options for shield upgrades. I think I would like several of these. Maybe even a couple of these, as long as I can buy them. And I have extra equipment to sell here, so I'll take care of that. I will keep those one-handed items, though. Just in case I run into situations later where I need shields for additional protection. So... there's a Thieves Guild. I wonder if they have any thieves there that will join my party. Well, that every town or every house in town isn't just open to every protagonist that happens along? How unusual. Good to know. Okay, that's the academy they were talking about. I guess. No, the tower is the academy. This is probably a temple. Good to know. So this seems to be quite a large town. Hopefully I'm not missing things. Okay, that's what's going on over here. We're not allowed to come here because there was... some kind of attack on the academy. Would not be surprised if it was carried out by whatever organization sent that assassin after Slain earlier. So, someone is opposed to the magic users of Alania for unspecified reasons. I'm sure we'll never have to go there. Why does that person in the top right have a unique sprite? Okay. Oh, look, it's someone with a cinematic intro. I see your party is lacking a rogue. I bet there's a secret entrance through the sewers, isn't there? Now that was actually a valid use of ellipses. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, does Woodchuck in fact join our party here? He joins our party as Woody. I am assuming he has no magic. And he starts with a bow. I'm fine with where he ends up. I'm assuming he's the only person who can use all those missile weapons that we've seen. I do want to go into the inn and save shortly, but first I would like to make sure I've explored the remainder of town. I bet that conspicuous house with the symbol on it is the Thieves' Guild. I don't remember. Did I go in these houses on the first screen here? I don't think I did. I think I went straight through the tunnel on the side. Nice that they do actually put houses in the town that have really no function other than for unrelated NPCs to live in. Not every NPC in the world exists solely to give us information and/or treasure. That's all. Take it. Alright, I am anticipating the sewers to be a long and annoying dungeon sequence, and I've been streaming for quite a while tonight, so most likely I am going to explore the inn here and then save and quit for the evening and pick this up next time. Okay. Anything in the back rooms here? Besides beds? Good that they actually have enough beds for a reasonable adventuring party to sleep in. We don't all have to share the same bed. But besides beds, nothing back here. So, I guess that is all I will be doing for the night. Wow, the price of inn stays doesn't even scale with new towns. Alright, so I will start sewer diving in the city of Allen next time. If anyone's still watching, good night to you.